Hey YouTube, it's Dusk, here with this week's deck showcase and closing off the 5 weeks of darkness I promised a little over a month ago. This time I have a Nature Darkness ramp. Actually turned out really well. Had a rematch with Alex and by the skin of my teeth did a good job in that duel, but unfortunately, I didn't have the camera running on that one. So, that one won't get to be seen. But yeah, I'm probably going to be doing a lot with nature for a while. Do some experiments. I don't know why. This civilization has just been really kind to me for this game. But you guys are probably interested in the deck list. It's 40 cards, and we're starting off with 3 Skeeter Swarmers for 2-drop defense. It may blow up after a successful block, but a little bit of stall can go a long way in this deck. Of course, when you combine it with any one of these 3 Essence Elves, that thing can be strong enough to stop, say, a Gilliflame, which it did today. Very, very well. I was quite happy to do that. Starting the ramp lineup, 3 Sprout. You know how this thing works. It's a 2-drop. Take the top card of your deck, put it in mana, and a Shield Blast. Moving on with further ramp, 3 Razor Hives. The longer it stays alive, the faster I can bring out my big guys. Attack, put a card in mana, keep them going. Of course, I've noticed that after you get like, say, 8 or more mana, then any of these ramp cards immediately becomes better mana fodder. With any luck, you can get up to 12 quicker and start dropping 2 6s in a turn, or 4 level 3s, or 3 level 4s. I mean, just keep coming wave after wave, and that really annoys the opponent. They have to come up with this new solution every turn. Had a couple duels like that today, and it was nice to back a few people into a corner. Didn't only go to League today, I also went downtown and had a nice little match with my friend Shady. Moving on to some more blockers, I got 2 Scaradorable of Gloomhallow. You know, Squeaky, and how I love to use her to smack with Teddy Bear. Level 4 lowers, can't do anything to it. Combine it with Essence Elf, it's a pain in the neck. Now, since I still only have the 2 Scaradorable Gloomhallows, I'm stuck substituting with 2 Dream Pirates for filler, adding in more blockers and lower level creatures for the sake of the ramp. After all, a good ramp should have some manner of defense for an offhand. But we can always remedy a bad hand with 2 copies of Breach the Veil. Level 3 Shield Blast, one of my favorite cards in the game. You take a look at the top 5 cards of your deck, pick whatever creature you want, add it into your hand, provided you show the opponent, and kick butt from there. Love it. Like I said, it's one of my favorite spells. Ending our ramp count, 3 Bronze Arm Tribe. What I like to consider the founder of ramp from the old game, Duel Masters. Tap 4, summon it. Top card of the deck and go to the mana zone if you want. The next of my level 4 creatures is 3 copies of the Great Arena. If I can drop a 5,000 or more creature, I can draw a card for each one of these that's out. Essence Elf really helps with that, like I said with Skeeter Swarmer. If I have an Essence Elf out and I summon the Skeeter Swarmer, it counts as a 3,000. One of my favorite things, if you have 2 Essence Elves out, this thing's 3,000 becomes 5,000 power upon summon. Which means you get to draw from its own summoning. That's broken. Of course, getting 2 Essence Elves out is a bit of a challenge from time to time, but it's worth it. Speed never hurt anyone. 3 copies of Bone Blades, while speed from the arena helps me. This will slow down the opponent and hurt them. Get rid of 1 level 4 or lower. This is a good way to get rid of enemy support, or that last little obstacle on your way to a win. Now, all the other creatures I'm going to be showing you will, well, they actually kick off Great Arena on their own. 2 copies of Bestial Rage Tatsurion, one of my personal favorite creatures in the game. Level 6, 5,000. Normally a joke, but hey, if you can pull off a Essence Elf, 6,000, immune to Tornado Flame. I will be mentioning that in a deck I'll be covering later. Double Breaker and powerful attack plus 3,000. Oh, and if he wins a battle, so let's say the enemy managed to block him, and he won that battle, they lose a shield anyway. This thing's fun. But not as fun as dual removal. 3 copies of Mighty Shouter. 6 for 6k. Double Breaker. When he attacks, you get to pick an enemy creature level 3 or less and banish it on the spot. That is before an enemy gets to block. So if they have, say, my personal favorite target with this thing, Star Lantern, it's gone. It doesn't get to do its nice little photon sting effect, which taps an extra creature. No, it's just gone. Love my Mighty Shouter. And for the last of my creatures, 3 copies of what was my favorite creature in Duel Masters, Trox General Destruction. This is 1 level higher than Mighty Shouter and has a very similar effect to Mighty Shouter in this game, only with a bit of a darkness twist to it. It is 6,000, like the Mighty Shouter. It is a Double Breaker, like the Mighty Shouter. But here's the thing. For its other effect to kick off, it has to win a battle, not just attack, first and foremost. Secondly, when that happens, you banish an enemy creature level 4 or less, so it can hit enemy creatures 1 level higher than Mighty Shouter can with its extra effect. Which makes sense. You spent an extra level's worth of mana bringing it out. These things can ping back and forth constantly and just demolish an enemy army. Only 5 spells to go, all of which are Shield Blasts. 3 copies of Terror Pit, because we're running Darkness, and because 1-for-1s are always fun. And only 2 copies of Root Trap. Considering I'm running 3 Mighty Shouters, I thought putting in 3 copies of Root Trap would be overkill, giving the enemy extra mana. I do not like that idea. That, and I had to make a cut somewhere to keep the deck at just 40 cards to get all the draws and everything running as efficiently as possible. That's the deck. I'm starting to run low on battery. Again, I'm sorry I couldn't get the fun duel I had with Alex on camera, because it was close, let me tell you. I did, however, get a duel this week, so I can show you that. It will be in the comments below. If this is your first time watching one of my deck showcases, you can find the segment introduction for my Downtown Duelist Kaijudo Edition segment in the description below as well. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any ideas for improvement on this deck, comment with that, please. And to make up for last week not having a deck on time, I intend to not only, as I've already done, put up the deck from last week, but I'm also going to put up in a few minutes the deck from, the other deck from last week, which is a Fire Nature deck. And that thing just mows down the enemy. Well, this is Dusk. I'll see you guys later.